Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to. Today we are going to review some of the new items from E.L.F's Mint Melt collection. So I got the Mint Melt brush set. So this set comes with an all-over eyeshadow brush, an eye contour brush, and a blending brush. Next, I got the Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I'm really excited to test this out today. It has like a minty vanilla scent, it says, and it really like grips the makeup onto your face. And it also says to apply this with your fingers so it can melt into your skin. So I'm really glad I read the back of the box for once, so I know how to apply it correctly. And then I have the Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss. This is in the shade Mint Chocolate. And then last from that collection, I have the Mint Melt eyeshadow, the Mint to Be. That's what I kept wanting to call this collection. I keep trying to say Mint to Be. But look how pretty this little bite-sized eyeshadow quad is. I'm really excited to use this today. And then some other products I had from the previous launch. I have the Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara I never used, so we'll try that out today. And then previously I got the CC Cream and I did a video on the Camo CC Cream, but it was too light for me. So I got the Mix to Match Adjuster in the warm shade. This was the only shade that was available, I think. So I'm gonna put the tiniest drop and mix it with this and see if we can make it more my shade. And then this was like 80 cents. I got an artist mixing palette. So you just mix, I'll use it today to mix the adjuster with the Camo cream so it doesn't have to be on the back of your hand and all over the place. And then as a free gift, I got the Beautifully Bare Total Face Palette. So we'll use this today too. So it's gonna end up being like a full face of E.L.F. So real quick, I'm just gonna apply the Nourishing Facial Oil that I got on the last haul, and then we will get started with that primer. All right, so I just took the primer out of the box. I just wanna see how it comes out for you guys. Ooh, okay, it's definitely like a gel. It's runny. I still can't smell correctly, so I cannot give you a true, oh, it feels like almost, it's like almost sticky. But it says, pro tip, pat with your fingers to have it melt into your skin. So I usually use the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer like every day. So I'm interested to see, this feels really weird. It feels like jelly. It feels like I'm rubbing like melted jello on my face. But hey, it feels like whatever I put on top of this is gonna stick to it though. So it says to let it sit for 30 seconds, but the way I do my makeup is I put the face primer on first and then I do my eyebrows because I really like to let it sit in. So I'm gonna do that off camera because I'm not using any E.L.F. products for that and no one needs to see me do my eyebrows. And then I will return. I forgot to mention it feels very cooling. It really does. It feels like when you go to the beach and you get sunburnt and you put that aloe on after, it definitely has that kind of effect. Not that strong though, because that's like crazy strong, but it feels good. I enjoy nice cooling products. All right, so it's been a few minutes and it's still very tacky. My skin looks really hydrated, which I don't mind. I don't mind anything about it being tacky. That's like what we want, so the foundation will stick to it. So I went ahead and I opened up the Mix to Match Adjuster. I opened up the little mixing palette. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. So I'm just gonna wear it on my hand and I'm just gonna put a few drops of the Camo CC Cream. I have the shade Fair 140W. If you did watch that previous video I did, this was just too light for me. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps of the CC Cream and then I'm gonna put the tiniest drop of this adjuster. So I'm just gonna put a little, whoop, and then we'll see what that does. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. I'm just gonna use like a Firma, I think it's a 204 brush. And then, oh, this is the 203. I just wanna see how much of a change in color we have here. So it actually doesn't look that much different. Okay, so I think I could put another drop of the adjuster. Well, maybe. You know what? Let's just put it right on my face. It's still really light. We'll do one more little drop. And then we'll see what happens. That was bigger than the first drop. Hope I don't regret it. Watch, I'll end up having to keep putting more CC cream and then going back and forth forever. Like when I used to pluck my eyebrows in the 90s and I'd be like, oh, there's one more on this side. Oh, one more on this side. And then I'd keep going forever and then I'd have no eyebrows. But in this case, I'd have like 3 gallons of foundation ready to go. Or I'd have 3 gallons of CC cream ready to go. All right, let's see how much that changed it. I've gone a little bit darker. I'm gonna go one more time. This is all gonna be a learning process for me. I've never used anything like this before. So I'm gonna go a little bit. It was a lot of it, but it's gonna be okay. See, this is really awesome because if you have the wrong shade of something and you already know like I really like this product, but like, oh, I'm never gonna use it because it's the wrong shade. Like I made that work and I'm definitely gonna keep using it. But now you just use this little adjuster and it was on sale. It was like $1.80. Like E.L.F has really good prices. So now I can definitely use it without having to, you know, make it work. Like I'm making it work right now without having to over bronze or do something else to make it more my shade. All right, so let's see. I think that's gonna be as close as we're gonna get without me going crazy dark. Oh, it feels nice and cool. All right, so I don't want to apply this with this brush, but I just wanted to get it off the brush so I'm not wasting any product. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint my face like this. And then I'm gonna grab the Miranda brush from Hank & Henry and I'm just gonna apply this to my face. Yeah, so that's much better than the previous color was before. You know what, let me get this palette off before I forget that it's on me and it gets everywhere. So I'm just gonna blend this in. Oh yeah, I'm really happy with this shade. And it's still like completely full coverage. You know, I wouldn't change the coverage of anything. But this is totally now way closer to my shade. And I don't have to worry about something being on my hand. Right when I moved my hair, I said, oh crap, I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get it all over my hair, but I'm not. I took the little thing off. That's awesome. And now I'm just gonna go back over with a sponge and just make sure it's all blended in. This is the Hank & Henry Midori sponge. Okay, so I think I actually made like the perfect shade for me. And there was still, where's my little thing? There's still this much left on there. Like I only went in a tiny bit more and just did a little more under my eyes just to cover my dark circles. So yeah, that's really awesome. So this was the warm toned adjuster if you have the same problem I do. There's also another shade, I forget what it was though. It just wasn't gonna work for me. And I think it was also sold out. So yeah, look at my face and look at my neck. They completely match. You know, I just did a really light coating. I don't have any like breakouts or anything right now. It's just I get a little bit red right here and I just like to even out my skin tone. So next we're gonna move on to the Beautifully Bare Total Face Palette. So I'm really excited to try this because this was a free gift and I didn't even know it was available. Okay, so here's what the Total Face Palette looks like. I don't know if it's gonna be my shades, but we will definitely try to make it work. And one includes a Beautifully Bare bronzer, highlighter, and 2 blushes. So we shall see. So I don't have any E.L.F. Face brushes, I just realized. So I'm gonna go in with the Koven Cosmetics. This is the bronzer blush. I can't say brush today at all. I just want to talk about blush for some reason. This is the Koven bronzer brush. I love this brush. So I'm just gonna go into right here because this is the bronzer that comes with the palette. And then, oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna put that all over for a nice little warmth to the face. So that definitely gave my face some warmth and definition, which is what we're going for. So now I'm gonna go into, there's 2 blushes. So one is more of a peachy tone and one is more of a pinky tone. I'm not sure how much it's gonna show the difference on camera. So I'm just gonna go in, let's go in the peachy one today. So I like to go on the apples in my cheeks and then go up to kind of lift my face a little bit. Then I'm going to go into the other shade as well and just go right on top. I feel like going a little extra on camera kind of shows off the product more. And then I like to do just a little bit on my nose. There we go. And then for the highlight, this is shade right here. And I have the Francis brush from Hank & Henry. So I don't know if we're gonna get a ton of shimmer off this, but I think it'll give us like a nice subtle glow. Yeah. Super cute. That's just a nice soft glow, kind of like what we're going for today. All right, now we're gonna get to the palette. So I'm just gonna prime, right? Yes, I'm just gonna prime my eyes. I'm gonna use the Koven Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. And then we will get started with the little mini quad. So I opened the brushes, they look really cute. I really like the shade, they're super cute. They feel like the bristles themselves are soft, but they feel like they're very densely packed together. So I'm interested to see how they perform. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this little minty shade right here for like my transition shade, and I'm just gonna put it all over the lid. I see there's a little bit of fallout, but that's expected as usual. It's such a pale shade, I feel like I may need to do a few layers on my skin anyway. I think we'll do like a nice subtle look to go with our nice subtle makeup today. The color's definitely building up nicely. You just need to do a couple layers, or at least I do. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade on the end right here, and I'm going to take the contour brush, and I'm just going to build up that outer corner a little bit and just bring it in. So I just swatched this shade right here. And it's really pretty. I thought it was more of a silvery shade, but it definitely has like a green tint to it. Look how pretty it is though. So I want to put that shade first and then fade it into this green shimmer right here. So I don't know if I should use my finger or if it's going to be okay to use a brush, or if I have to wet my brush. So we're going to figure that out. It's definitely applying with the brush. It's just gonna need a little help. So let me go on the other side so I stay even, and then I'll wet it and then I'll use my finger. It's really pretty though. Really pretty. So I'm just gonna take some setting spray. I'm gonna wet the brush. That looks like it picked up everything. There we go. That's what I was looking for. When in doubt, just wet it. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty. Okay, then I'm just gonna fade. I'm gonna wet my brush and then fade this shade also. I apologize for the fire trucks right now. That one doesn't seem to be coming off as well as the first shade, but the first one's really pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna finish blending this out and then do under my eyes real fast. Oh, and then we'll use the mascara. Okay, so this is the Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara. So let's just take a look at the wand. So I like the way the wand looks. There we go. So my trick that I like to do if it's the first time I'm using a mascara, or subsequent times after that, is this came from the Beautifully Bare packaging. So I just take that, I put it behind my lashes, and then I just go. That way there's no chance I'm gonna get it on my freshly applied eyeshadow. And usually it's not like ribbed like this. I didn't have anything else close by, so we're just gonna wing it today. But usually I use like a business card or something, any kind of card. Pick a card, any card. All right, so that's one layer, and that's nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll do a second layer. Okay, so after the first application, it looks pretty regular. So I'm gonna go in again and see if it wows me. So I'm gonna do the other side, and then we'll do a third layer. All right, so now I'm going in for a third layer. I'm not like crazy impressed with this so far. I'm not disappointed or anything. This just isn't gonna be like, hey, it's my new holy grail. Unless it does some magic for my lower lashes, but let's see. I always apply my lower lash mascara with like the tip first. I kind of move my head back and forth, and then I go under to get off any extra, and that seems to work for me. So in conclusion, you know, it's not the best mascara I've ever used in my life, but there's definitely nothing wrong with it. So last we have the lipstick. I think it's a gloss, yeah, Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss, and this is in the shade Mint Chocolate. All right, so let's apply the gloss. It has this kind of doe foot. It's a pretty shade. I'm sure it smells great. I still can't smell. I mean, it's mint chocolate. It has to smell fantastic. So my lips are definitely like tingling and burning. I actually want to put one more layer on. I can't tell if they're like plumping up at all, but something's happening to them for sure. So thinking back on everything we used today, I really like that cooling face primer. It felt very like tacky. It feels like my foundation, I keep saying foundation. It feels like the CC cream. It feels like everything we put on my face today is gonna stay there. And I still feel very hydrated. I don't feel cakey or like I have a ton of makeup on or anything. That mixing adjuster, this was great. I think it made me find my perfect shade. So mixing that with the CC cream, now I don't have to not use this, even though I wouldn't not use it, I was still going to, but I know some people might just not want to because it's not their shade. And now, you know, this was a really cheap way to let you be able to use this whole tube, which is awesome. What else did we use? The eyeshadows were great. I thought they all melted together very beautifully. The brushes, I thought they were okay. They were a little like too dense for me, but they still, you know, they still got the job done. This, I thought was a really pretty shade, and I can't tell if it has plumping effects or not yet. I don't know if you have to wait for this like tingling sensation to stop. So I will let you know about that. And then what else did we use? Oh, the Beautifully Bare Total Face Palette gives you a nice natural look. You know, based off my skin tone, it's kind of hard to, you need to have different skin tone selections for this. You know what I mean? For it to be perfectly matched to yourself. But for me, it gives me a nice subtle, you know, no makeup look kind of thing, which I like. And do we have anything last? I don't think so. Was that it? Oh, the mascara. The mascara was okay. It's not like, oh my God, I can't live without it. But I'm also not disappointed in it, if that makes any sense. You know, I don't need to run out and buy 1,000 of them, so I have them forever. But, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. So, yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!